What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Barbershop Talk, brought to you by RTF Productions. I'm Mike.
I'm Gator.
Together we make... Ooh, I don't know. What do we make? Hold on, Mike. Mater!
Mater. America. There you go. Mater.
We make Mater. We are probably as mentally fucked up as he looks, so that works. That's perfect.
I do lick windows, amongst other things, but go ahead.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. First things first, I got a story to tell you, man. So there I am on my day job, and I show up to this guy's house. This guy comes out. He's about 70, and he's got two poodles with him. It was the weirdest thing because he was a black guy, but he had poodles. I expected pit bulls, but anyway.
Oh, true.
So he comes out, and he's got an NYPD hat on. So we finished discussing business, and then I was like, so really quick, were you with the police force? And right off the get, this old man, he was like, oh, what gave it away? The fucking hat? I was like, oh, whoa, shit. So, so he laughs a little bit, and then he was like, I was actually a homicide detective up in New York. He was like, I was on the force for 30 years. And I was like, oh, appreciate your service and this and that. And he was like, no, fuck that. He was like, that was the worst 30 years of my life.
God damn it.
Gets better. This gets way better. So he says, you know what? Look at this shit. Look at this bullshit. And he takes his glasses off, and he's got this gnarly scar down the left side of his face. He says, I was serving a warrant. We kicked the door in, and this son of a bitch hits me in the face with a hatchet.
Oh.
That's what yeah. And I was like, wait a second. Repeat this. He was like, this son of a bitch hit me in the face with a hatchet and kept yelling, I'm going to cut your head off. And he was like, that's not even the worst part. He said, I was stabbed in the stomach another time. I've been shot twice. No sooner does he say, I've been shot twice. You hear his old lady on the porch. Yeah, I wish one of the bullets would have killed your ass. I'd be set on the beach with your life insurance.
Stop it.
Guy, he instantly turns around. Shut your old ass up. I'm going to put you in a home.
But you know what? I bet you they have the happiest marriage of them all.
Oh, man, let me tell you. He should be my drinking buddy.
Oh, my God. I'm sure they've probably been together for over 30 years.
But I figure there's a very, very small list of when you walk into a bar, you were the coolest dude in the bar. 1, you get shredded by a shark. 2, you've been hit by lightning.
Yeah.
3, you rob a bank. 4, you've been hit in the face with a hatchet.
Hit in the face with a hatchet.
God,
yes.
This guy got chopped with a hatchet.
Yeah. Talk about I'm serving a warrant. I just served somebody's death penalty. But go ahead. I mean...
So anyway, I wanted to share that, man, before we jumped into a few of these subjects. I was like, dude, you were the coolest man I've ever met.
Godly.
All right, so we're gonna jump into some celebrity gossip. So, did you hear about Kevin Hart's birthday party?
Oh, Kevin Hart.
So,
what?
Go ahead, man.
Why do we have millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, and you still seem to find your way into negative gossip?
Because that makes for good barbershop talk. And let me tell you something. So the backstory for everybody listening, Kevin Hart decided to throw a birthday party for his son. Not just any party, though. A Cowboys and Indian themed birthday party.
In America.
I'm telling you, half of these people showed up dressed as cowboys. The other half showed up with a headdress on. It was great.
Right after Thanksgiving.
You know, what better time of the year to do
it? Oh, my God.
And so, of course, everybody's losing their mind right now because they're culturally insensitive and whatnot. And it seems like you cannot throw any type of a theme party without offending someone. You can't do a samurai party. You can't do a toga party. You can't do a blackface. Well, I mean, he doesn't have to do a blackface, but you see where I'm going with this.
That was actually going to be one of my examples. I can see how some people can get offended, but then again, these are just people in society nowadays that are so soft.
Yes.
As simple as Cowboys and Indians is, 4 kids. 4 kids. Got it. Ah, I I understand it was right after Thanksgiving, and they weren't Cowboys that took over the Indians back in the day, so I don't really see what the problem was, but I do see the whole Cowboy Indian theme. But oh my gosh.
Oh, well,
I'm trying to be nice here without sounding like a complete racist.
see, for me, that's not even the biggest part of the story. To me, you threw this massive Cowboys and Indians theme party for a 1-year-old.
For a 1-year-old, yes.
A 1-year-old. This kid does not give him an empty box, and he's happier than a pig and shit. He does not care about a Cowboys and Indian theme party. He's never going to remember this. It does not matter to him.
He can get bubble wrap.
We don't need to dress him up as little Geronimo. It's ridiculous. To me, that's the bigger story that people are leaving out, is that he went through this massive bash for a 1-year-old.
People that kid will never see ever again was at his party.
Yeah, no? I don't know, man.
We got to find something to bitch about. If we did not find something to bitch about, did you just take a deep breath? Oh my God, how can you take a deep breath? I mean, so.
All right. Well, we've got something else to bitch about. A missionary goes to an island, a tribe that has not seen Western civilization.
Refuses to see Western civilization.
That's a perfect word for it. And then they kill this dude. And
correct.
Everybody's up in arms. And I don't understand why. Can you explain it?
Here's my concept. You have this tribe. I'm not going to try and pronounce it because I always mess it up. I even tried to use Siri to tell me explain it, and she sounded worse than I did. So this tribe in the Indies, they refused Western civilization no matter what. They want to be left alone. The government over there for the country has said, you know what? Leave them alone. They're going to do whatever they want to do. They're on their own island. They cannot leave the island. We cannot go on the island. It is what it is. Now, from what I understand, back in the 70s and 80s, 2 Caucasian people from England did go to that tribe and was there for a month trying to make contact, and they did. And they did get accepted to that tribe, but for only 3 days. And after that, they had to leave. They don't understand the language. It is what it is. For this missionary to jump on that island and say, I'm going to profess, I think he was going there on the act of Jesus Christ, to say this is religion, blah, 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 blah. It goes back to my old saying back in the day. Play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes.
Look.
For one, you didn't look like them. You didn't even begin to look like them. So you're already suspect. You're already armed and dangerous.
Well, if you look at the U.S. government who tries to hustle a deal to get a dude in North Korea out of prison, okay? When you went to North Korea and decided to do your own damn thing, knowing good and damn well that was not allowed there, and you get tossed in prison in New York, I don't know what happened. I don't know.
The last guy stealing a painting from the hotel that they were on in that North Korea visit.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then you want to sit there and play stupid and expect people to come to your rescue. That's the same thing with this guy on this island. You knew good and damn well you couldn't go there, and yet you chose to. Hey, it sucks to be you.
And from what I understand, just the day before, he had got out of the boat, went to the water, or was in the water going to the island, and they started throwing spears and bow and arrows at him.
Oh shit! I'm gone. I'm out.
So obviously he. Yep. Oh God, yes. So he obviously retreated back to the boat. He was there for 3 or 4 days trying to make contact, and they were showing signs of aggression. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. This is the last tribe known to us not being civilized at all anywhere. If we decide to intermingle with them, I cough, I sneeze, I give them a disease because they don't have immunizations. They just have their island. We could wipe out that whole tribe with the common cold. So yeah, leave them alone. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. They are protecting their own. They want to live in they want to live in dashikis or not dashikis, but big palm leaves and whatever, like Adam and Eve did back in the day. Then so be it.
Well, see, I mean, I've never been put into this situation before, but I'm pretty confident that if somebody hurled a spear at me, I'm not going back for seconds.
Yeah, no.
That's some sort of common sense or like something has to click upstairs to where it's like, wow, they just threw a fucking spear,
And from previous scientists, I guess, have some recordings of their language. Nobody in the Indies know anything about that language. So they have adapted their own language, their own form of communication. They have their own laws. They have their own head person, so on and so forth. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I don't believe in aliens, but you don't see me going in outer space trying to summons them up either.
Exactly.
I mean, so that's not our place.
Now put yourself in their shoes. You've grown up and been raised on this island. You've never seen anything other than this island. Do you think it's a forced law, or they just have no interest in anything that we have going on? I mean,
if that's all I know, that's all I know.
True, but at the same time, if this dude that is albino shows up, I'm gonna stand there and scratch my head and be kind of curious.
Yes and no. Yes and no. They're still black, so I'm not gonna be too curious. I'm ready to defend and fight. I'm black. I'm in the woods. I hear a tree branch break or some shit. I'm ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. And obviously that's my island. That's my home. So now I got to stand and defend as if somebody walking into my yard right now. Somebody walk into my house, my yard right now. I'm going to stand and defend and ready to fight. We'll ask questions later.
He said, I'm black. Nope, we're running.
Yeah, we're out. I'm not going to sit there and play. You know?
That's funny.
And so it's just more of, I don't know, man. I don't know. You play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes.
Yep, and he definitely won the ultimate prize.
He won the ultimate prize. Now, from what I understand, is they did bury him, with respect, because obviously our modern technology or their modern technology that wherever he was from, I don't even know. He was a missionary from America at that. Yes, they got videotape of stuff like that, of him interacting or starting to interact, that they did bury him with respect out of their culture and stuff. So it's not like they dragged his body through the beaches, try to hang his head on a post like they do in Juarez, Mexico.
Yeah, they went and sacrificed his ass is what they did.
Pretty much. They gave him to their gods, their higher power.
Throw him in the volcano.
So it's just, hey, win stupid. Now they're trying to, I guess America's trying to get his body back, or England, the people that funded that charter to get that missionary out there to get his body back. What do I see? I see us mingling in their culture and then wiping this tribe out within the next 3 to 5 years.
Well, see,
because the common cold is going to do it.
From what I read today, they have stopped any attempts to get his body. They said, "Hey, it sucks to be him. He's stuck."
Yeah.
So hopefully they stick to that and just leave those people alone.
I say send thoughts and prayers, and hopefully that works. Doesn't work for anything else. But
I'm not, and I'm not going to be the guy that volunteers to go get his body either.
No,
you're not going to throw a spear at me. It's not going to happen.
I got guns.
You can go there with all the guns that you want. When these dudes are hiding in the trees, and then all of a sudden you get hit with a friggin' one of those blow darts. Oh shit! So much for the gun.
Bow and arrows, blow darts. Yep. Tactics. Yeah. It's just like a street fight. Sorry, man. There's no rules in street fighting.
Nope.
They'll come at you.
All right, so we had some sporting news break.
Good sports.
Did you happen to hear?
Yes. We got a famous basketball player out there that's crossing the lines here. He's jumping court.
Okay. So, Dwight Howard has been accused from a transvestite of being a bottom. Now, I'm really big on facts, especially when it comes to sports. So, Orlando, Houston, LA, Atlanta, Charlotte, Washington. He has played for 6 NBA teams.
Correct.
So when we come down to facts, actual facts, that means Dwight Howard has sucked dick in at least 6 major U.S. cities.
That is true.
At least 6.
At least 6. Because this did not just happen overnight.
No.
This was, you got a hardcore girlfriend that is 100% transgender.
That is 100% a boyfriend.
That is Holden Wood. Sorry, there's 2 genders in the world. I'm sorry to offend anybody. It's dick or no dick. So it is what it is. Now, what you want to say you are, I don't care about that. But there's 2 genders. You got a dick or you don't got a dick. You get it cut off? Okay, welcome to the other side. You get it put on? Hey, welcome to the other side. You got dick or no dick, and Dwight Howard is playing with extra meat. He's got extra wood. He got extra meat on his plate.
Dwight Howard likes the BBC.
He no, God, dog it. No. No, I hope not.
See, and the funniest thing to me, whenever you see a
I'm sorry. That's got me chuckling.
This gets way better. So, like, whenever you see one of these big bitches, I'm talking a chick that's 400 pounds, okay? What type of man does she have?
Skinny little black man.
Oh, this dude is 120 pounds soaking wet. So, when you look at Dwight Howard, I mean, this guy's, 6'9", 6'10", 275 pounds, solid muscle, and he's the bottom?
He's the one biting the pillow.
Dude.
Can't
Dwight
do it.
likes Dwight.
Hey, Chris. Yes, Dwight. I mean, no. What do you do?
No.
Rub each other's hairy chest? That's oh God. I can't. Never mind. Change. Oh my God. But in the same token, I don't know. Maybe we need to revisit this topic in about a week because Mr. Dwight has not commented. I know the internet and social media is going. I don't even know what to call it. I don't know if I want to call it ape shit, going hog nuts. The internet and social media is going off on this dude, but he has yet to speak on his behalf. Because we've had other famous people get caught up with transgender people.
Eddie Murphy.
I was just about to say, Eddie Murphy. You got caught with more than one, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Transgender prostitutes. So not only is it your preference, you paid for it.
Well, see that I think before we drop this topic and pick it up at another time, was he paying for it? And my assumption is that he was, and then the price wasn't right, and that's why somebody started to talk.
I don't know, because I did read his girlfriend, his longtime girlfriend of a couple of months, well, not long time, but his girlfriend of a couple of months is transgender. Now, with this other transgender person coming out is because Dwight got caught up. You got cheating. So you're cheating on your transgender girlfriend with a whole nother transgender person or boyfriend, transgender, whatever. You got caught cheating. So that's why this person's like, yep, guess what?
This dude trying to suck every dick in Washington.
Oh, well, that's where it goes down at. They got, you know what? They got a whole inner city up there in Washington, and it's called DuPont Circle. And if anybody knows, when I was up there in DC, when I worked up there, we called it the Fruit Loop. I know that's so wrong to say because everywhere in Washington, you got to pay for parking. And it's stupid dumb. But in DuPont Circle, you don't have to pay for parking. It's all free.
You
It's
got
all
to pay for
free.
something else, though.
But all the little pubs and hangout clubs and sports bars are right around the outside of DuPont Circle. So you would park in the middle of Fruit Loop and then walk out. But then you would walk back to your car at midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and it would be nothing.
But
To see Stanley and Steven doing what they do, and you're just like, oh my God, I just got to get to my car. Got to get to my car. You know, there'll be a nice looking lady from a distance because you're half drunk talking about you want a date. And you're like, hey, girl, what you doing out here? And then she coughs. Oh, my God, run. Run.
All right, so about a year ago, we had Harvey Weinstein. And once his story blew, all of a sudden it was everywhere. This actor touched me. That actor touched me. Is this about to happen in sports? Could this really start to roll downhill? It didn't with Kobe, but now we're in a whole different era now where this whole hashtag Me Too, pound Me Too. Could this evolve?
Yes.
Or
100%.
Or is this just a single incident?
This is not a single incident. I don't remember what team. I'd have to Google it, and I don't know, maybe come up again with it. But that one NFL football player that came out that he was gay.
Michael Sam.
That does sound familiar.
Yep, Michael Sam was his name.
Well,
but
after he made the team,
his story was different though, because you knew he was a gay dude and whatever, and gets drafted, goes on his way. But then,
no, he got drafted. Then it came out that he was gay after he made the team, right?
No. He came out right before the draft.
Okay. I thought it was the other way around.
But but that's a whole different. That's a whole different spectrum. I'm gay. This is who I am. Period. Not I'm Dwight Howard banging this hoe, that hoe. Whoops, I've been taking dick.
I've been hiding it. It's very true. Michael Sam of the NFL. Hey man, you're true to your own. Got it.
Exactly.
You suck dick. You suck dick. Just don't hide and lie about it.
And especially now in 2018. Well, you could come out and be like, I bang chickens in my off time, and people are cool.
True.
So to try to, I understand that. Yeah, there is that bit of shame, but in this day and age, I mean,
is it really shame? Me? Okay. Oh my God, I'm not about to defend this. Yes, I am. Is it really shame that you're sucking dick? Me, I'm not sucking dick. Don't ever worry about that or question that. I'm not sucking dick. But is it really shame? I was in the Army for 21 years. A couple of my best soldiers was damn, how do I say this correctly? Fuck that. Pillow biters. E4 and below, having officers and commanders while I was stationed at Fort Bliss, having captains and majors come to my orderly room and say, hey, these keys are for so-and-so, and it'd be a set of keys to like a house and a BMW.
Damn.
True stories. True story.
Okay, so.
And everybody knows who was in my orderly room, for those that know me.
So if you were currently on the roster with the Washington Wizards, you going in the showers with him after the game?
True story. True story.
No, I'll shower when I get to the house. I'm good.
Here we go. Guys. I'm going to answer your question. You know what? Yes, I would. Yes, I would go take a shower. I'm not going to wash his back. He's not going to wash my back. True story. I was in the Army. While I was deployed, I had a gay soldier, but he was a flamboyantly gay soldier. You know, he was more feminine than the females. So we were attached to an infantry brigade. I'm about to say what kind of brigade. I don't want to implicate nobody. But anyway, freaking an infantry brigade. That soldier refused to take a shower because the other soldiers would tease him and taunt him and bully him to, kick him out of the shower while they were in there because they're thinking he just wants to jump on them. Every night or every time that I went to go take a shower, hey, you, let's go take a shower. He was my battle buddy to go take a shower. And if any soldier is listening, your showers on deployment aren't all privacy.
Nope.
Sometimes you have like that shower tree, that middle pole with 4 heads around it, and you're like not even elbow distance away from the next man.
Yeah, you got to stand next to the little dick dudes because when they turn to wash their back, they fuck around and catch you in the thigh,
Yep. When they go to wash their body, they dirty ass soap is jumping on your body. Yep. So would I shower with Dwight Howard? Let me rephrase that. Would I shower at the same time that he is showering after a game? Me personally, I got no problems because I got 2 rules when it comes to situations like that. Don't do it to me and don't do it around me. We're cool. Come do your job, go home. I don't care if you go home and bang sheep. I don't care. Just don't bring it to work. So yes, I would shower around him.
All right. Well, yeah, dude, he's catching hell right now. Oh, it's bad, man.
Just don't lie about it. That's all I'm saying. If we come back to it in a week, let him speak. Let one of these fancy reporters or interviewees catch up to him and let him speak. Because from what I understand, he got caught up cheating with this transgender person. And that's why that person was like, hey, he's the bottom. He likes to pump and he likes to take it from the back. I smack his ass. So on and so forth. That's why it all busted out, because he got caught lying and cheating about it. It is what it is. Eddie Murphy was just like, yo, whatever. And it died. It went away quickly. Nobody cares. Okay, you're fucking with your girlfriend possibly has some wood bigger than you. Which I don't know. Maybe you just gotta kill yourself.
Oh man!
Check out my dick, girl. Check out my dick. Oh, oh my God!
All right, we gotta move on from this. We will definitely revisit this the next episode. If anything else perspires, whether it be other claims, whether it be other claims on him, whether it be him speaking, whatever it may be, this is definitely going to get revisited.
I see more coming out. I see somebody else coming out.
Yeah,
either that or
a few more people might get busted.
Yeah. Either that or he's paying out a lot to keep people hush. I feel another person's going to come out and say, yep, I know who he is. He's got a tattoo here and he's got a scar there. I see that. That's what it sounds like, but go ahead. Change subject.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let you take the helm on this next subject. This is the big one, because before you jump into it, I got a lot of questions. I've got a lot of different directions that my mind is playing on this one, so I hope you're prepared.
Here's what's been on my mind the last 2 weeks. Playing on Facebook, playing on the news, listening to other people. Everybody knows Colin Kaepernick he started off kneeling for police brutality, and then you had some other people following him. You got some people supporting him. You got a lot of people totally disagreeing with him because of police brutality. What's been on my mind lately these last 2 weeks as the hardest is not about Colin Kaepernick was police brutality towards black folks. What I've been thinking about hard is police brutality against minors. Obviously, people under the age of 18, the majority of the stories that I've heard and seen are of these kids while they're in school or on a school campus some shape, form, of fashion. And these cops are body slamming them. But they body slammed the kid that was arguing with the principal, just verbally arguing with the principal, and that's all on camera. You got that 14-year-old girl that was getting kidney punched while one cop was kneeling on her shoulder blades. She was on her stomach, and the other cop was kidney punching her. Not too long ago, you had kids outside of a swimming pool. So the cop, my thing is, when do we hold, or how do we hold these officers accountable? Because now they're beating up on kids. This is not even a race thing, because I've seen it from white kids getting took, black kids getting took. I haven't seen too much about Asians and Hispanics getting took. Maybe we need to learn from their discipline acts because their kids are acting right because they're not getting beat up by cops or whatever. But black and white kids are getting tore up by these police officers, and 9 times out of 10, they're inside of like the school environment. You know, is it warranted or is it not warranted that they're getting punched in the face or the kidneys or the back, getting picked up by a 6-foot man and dropped straight to the floor? So that's what's been on my mind.
Okay, so I got a few ways I can go with this. I'll take it first in the direction that you're heading. And somewhere in here, a grown man who is trained as a police officer needs to know their limits. You need to know what you physically would do to a teenage girl if you were to slam her down on the ground. Now, if we rewind to last week's episode, there was a whole lot of, it's the parents' fault. And we're pussifying these children. So, let me ask you this. If your child were to come to you and cuss you up and down, you're going to put hands on?
Me, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If your child were to go to your principal and cuss them up and down, you're going to put hands on?
On my kid, yes.
Okay. So, when we use this term that we used last week where the parents are to blame, with these kids getting out of line like they are nowadays, do they have it coming?
Yes and no. Yes and no. You as a police officer, you as a principal, you as a teacher, you got to uphold that, not just for that one kid. Because if I'm not mistaken, we talked last week about the one black kid cussing the other black teacher. You know, you in this, you nigga that, you. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I can say that. I'm the black guy. But anyway, you know, calling the teacher a pussy, to dropping the N-bomb, so on and so forth, to the teacher. And then when the student reached out and barely pushed the teacher was like, yep, that was enough. That was assault. I don't care if it was hard or soft. That was assault. Then the teacher started to drop them bombs on that student. Did that kid have it coming? My initial reaction, 100%. But then 5 minutes later, you step back and look, you as the teacher, you almost got to bow out. But that's where the school system comes in and backs the teacher and makes an example of that student, i.e., you're expelled out. So as a police officer, as a firefighter, as a paramedic, I'm trying to think, what other leadership roles interact with kids on the majority? A teacher, some kind of instructor. You have to know that you cannot go toe-to-toe with a child. Especially a police officer. Especially a police officer. That's all we are taught as a kid, or at least in my generation. You run and find a police officer. You know, stranger danger. Go find a police officer.
Okay.
Go find whoever, whatever.
Now, I see a lot of these videos coming out, and I'm not condoning what the kids are doing. I'm not condoning what the police are doing, but at the same time, each situation is its own individual situation.
True.
And when, you know what, I remember one of these videos very, very distinctly. It was a female. She was sitting at the desk. She's cussing this teacher up and down. Whoever the school cop is comes in, get up, leave the classroom. She's cussing him up and down, get up, leave the classroom. She isn't leaving. He picks her ass up, slams her to the ground, pretty much threw her out the door.
Yes.
Okay.
I remember that one. Go ahead.
Now, once, and this is where it gets really, really sticky. Once you cuss at a police officer or cuss at a teacher out loud, become disruptive, technically, legally, you have committed a crime that is disorderly conduct. Now, I'm not saying that gives the police 100% right to do what they're doing, but you have now committed a crime.
But does that warrant you getting picked up 5 to 6 feet in the air out of a desk and then thrown on your back of your neck?
Okay, now when that cop picks these kids up after they've been told very nicely, I'm not saying all of them are nice, but I've seen a few of them where the cop is like, please get up. Please get up. Please leave the classroom. And this kid's like, eat shit, suck a dick, this, that, and the third. At what point is it cool for the cop, you know what? Fuck that kid up.
In the same token, though, that one incident just made that one kid hate police or authority figures for life.
Possibly.
And then turn around. All my friends in this classroom just saw me get tore out of the frame for just saying, no, I'm not getting up. Now all my friends hate cops.
True, but at the same time, that could also be one hell of an eye-opener for some of these snotty, bratty-ass kids.
Could.
You know, it could go either way.
Now, if let's go military combat real quick. We just showed up in Afghanistan, and while we're fighting the bad guy, I kill little Johnny, the innocent kid off to the side by accident. I'm saying I as the Army, not I as Gator, but I as the Army accidentally killed that kid. Now that whole family hates the United States and hates the United States Army. Now they just joined the Taliban. That was a bad eye-opener.
Very true. Very true.
You know? So in the school system, though, as a kid, I mean, like you said, different situations. You got 4 boys in there brawling it out in the cafeteria, and that resource officer, the police officer, has to run into the middle of that and break it up. You got to do what you got to do. Got you. But that one video where that girl literally got picked up by her leg and arm like she was in the half Nelson, picked up and then thrown down onto the floor, that was wrong. You know, the little girl that was in the bathing suit on the side of the street that was getting kidney punched while another cop was on the back and they kept yelling, put your arms behind your back, put your arms behind your back. And she's like, I can't. And all that's on video. No, you can't. No, 100-pound girl is not going to do anything with a 200-pound man on her back and another one punching her in the back.
Oh, right. So I'm not condoning what some of these cops are doing. Not at all. That's
right.
That's not, I don't want that to be the impression.
So when do we de-escalate? When do they learn to de-escalate? Yes, that kid is being completely disruptive in the classroom, dropping the F-bombs, dropping the N-bombs, dropping all that. You know,
that's where it gets really. I think
forcefully move the kid. Yes,
us on the outside, we may see it clear, but
in the heat of battle, you're going to do anything.
When you're in the situation, I think shit gets hazy really quick, which is not a good thing. And
now, could this be an issue? Because again, this is not my first time talking about it with somebody else. I was actually talking to the resource officer at my daughter's school not too long ago. Come to find out, He's a broke police officer. So he's not fit for duty to be in a car pounding ground. And he's at 18 years. So it's pretty much, I'm just going to hide you in this middle school.
And just ride it out.
So you can retire. Are we putting cops that have too many complaints on them that were bullies, which came out to be Baltimore, Maryland, 2 weeks ago? The younger kid happened to be black. I don't like to describe people by their race, but I'll do that for this talk show. But happened to be black, was arguing with the white principal lady. And yes, he pointed his finger at the lady, but there was a complete 4-foot wall in between them. So it's not like he was touching her. She wasn't touching him. He was putting her hands in her face. She was putting his hands in his face. The resource officer walks in, literally pushes the kid to the side. Within 5 seconds of him being in the office with the other two arguing back and forth, pushes the kid. The kid turns, puts his hands up in the air, kind of like he was like, "What's up? You want some?" Not like the hands in the air like I'm surrendering, but pretty much bucked up. You know that look. "What's up? You want some?"
I got kids. I know.
And then the police officer grabbed a hold of him, picked him up, threw him over his back as if he was doing like a supine suplex or something, so on and so forth. And then the other resource officer cop comes running in. Come to find out, those two resource officers have had multiple complaints of police brutality, harassment. Pretty much, they got bad stuff going on in their police jacket, and now they got thrown into a middle or into a high school.
See, at I gotta kind of make light of it really quick. At the same time, that kid said, "What's up?" And the cop showed him what was up.
The cop showed him what's up. Don't get me wrong. But they were meleeing on this dude as if he was a grown-ass man.
Okay, you know what? I'm glad you say that, because I understand maybe the fighting skills are definitely not the same. But some of these high school kids are grown-ass men.
Don't get me wrong. My daughter's 14. She plays on an 18U softball team. Some of these girls that step up the bat
would whoop your ass.
I want to give them a piss test. Like, are you guys on steroids?
Are you dating Dwight Howard?
So, some of these girls that step up the bat. So I can only, and some of these boys in this high school have full beard and, got a longer beard than me, and I'm 41. So it's kind of more of, I understand that, and each situation dictates that. But you know what I don't see? I don't see videos of the kid starting to fight these adults. I see these adults of authority, right, like moments right before. When do we teach our adults that they got to back down? We don't need to find out whose dick is bigger, that kid or you. We'll get that kid. Don't get wrong. I know where you live. I know your name. I'm going to expel you out of school. Got it. You now got to go to an alternative school. Why do I got to put hands on a 10-year-old? Granted, that 10-year-old that got shot by the police because he was holding a BB gun on a playground, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You don't point a gun, fake or not, at a police officer. Boom.
Okay. I think.
Uh-oh, I lost you.
The answer is two different things. Number one, it's the parenting. Teach your kid to be more respectful.
That's a lot. That's a lot right there.
Number two, whenever these officers are put into school, there should be some sort, if nothing else, some sort of a training. Hey, these are now children you're dealing with. This is how children get handled. You're not out on your beat. You're in the middle school.
Don't get me wrong. There's probably drug dealers in a middle school, in a high school. There's probably drug dealers. There's probably the big bullies. The 6-foot freaking 8th grader. They're out there. I promise you.
But
But
at the same time, they're still mentally children, and you need to treat them accordingly.
they're going to pout. They're going to kick and scream. They're going to do all that. But us as adults in a leadership position, we got to learn how to de-escalate. Not necessarily de-escalate like a hostage situation, but like that one with the girl where she refused to get out of her chair. Okay, I'm going to make an ass out of you. I'm going to drag the whole chair out in the hallway. Then I'm going to fuck you up.
Yeah. See, and that's another thing. You know, good and damn well, every one of these kids has a phone.
Yeah.
And if they don't have a phone, chances are you got a body camera on. So,
Yep.
like you said, I'm going to drag that desk out in the hall, and then you're going to catch an ass whooping where nobody's got a phone pulled out.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I
don't need to prove whose dick is bigger. I'm bigger and badder than you because I got a badge and a gun now. No, these are still children. Okay, you want to act like an ass? Okay, class dismissed. Everybody get out. Everybody go to the cafeteria except for this little rude motherfucker right here.
You know?
Everybody gets out. You're going to walk past that whole crowd in handcuffs when I'm finished. You may be limping. You may be on a gurney. You're going to be something, but you're going to be in handcuffs. But we're fucking these kids up and never de-escalating. We're taking it to them as if they're that big bad dude on PCP. And this is not even a race issue.
See, and I think that's where I think it's more than training, but it's this want to bring up this is an issue and that's an issue, but they don't want to come with solutions. And this may not be the ultimate solution, but start with training. Hey,
yeah,
you were in a high school now. This is how these kids are going to get handled. You know, take a gun away from them. Or a taser if this is a cop that we've had issues with in the past. Or you know what?
Yeah.
Stop putting these shit dick, beat up harassment cops in the schools. You know, get you a rookie. Start a rookie off there.
That's me right there. You find the people that want to volunteer for that. Don't put the old school cop because again,
because
I don't even know his
old
name.
School cop that's going to whoop your kid's ass.
I don't even know his name. The resource they call him resource officer at my daughter's school. But I tell you what, if I had to run from the police, he would be the first one. Because he ain't getting me. He's fat and old. I'm out.
Hey, those fat old cops can fucking haul ass.
They can probably shoot too, but I'm going to try his fat ass. I'm going to try him. Don't get me wrong, but come to find out he's broke. You know? The bitch has a cane in his truck. So it's just more of, if you did have to, and I understand why the police are in the schools. I'm not saying taking the police out of school, because nowadays people like to shoot up schools instead of just throwing down a gang fight. I was at North Stafford High School, and we had probably like 15 people in there throwing knuckles at one point in time. It wasn't a gang fight, but it was multiple kids fighting.
Just a good old-fashioned rumble.
Yeah, nobody pulled a fucking gun. Nowadays, you got a middle school kid that brought a gun to school and caught it before the first period bell rang. Boom, you shot somebody, and the other kid ended up dying. 2 lives, 2 different families. Everybody has now been affected.
Yep.
Because of what? He didn't give you a swirly. He wasn't pushing you. He wasn't beating you up. But that word bullying, like we talked about last week. So, yes, are police officers needed in the school systems these days? Yes. But that's where like you said, the extra training, and don't put the suspected harassers or suspected abuse of power police officers in these positions.
Look, I need a hole dug. Okay? I've got 5 kids. I'm not putting my 9-year-old girl to dig that hole. I'm going to put my 18-year-old son to dig that hole. You got to put the right person for the right job in the right situation.
There you go.
And I really think that some of these police departments, they're just not seeing that.
They're putting the wrong people in some of these places.
Yeah.
I just happen to know about that one because both of those cops that came in and decided to WWF on this damn kid. And the worst part is, like, the principal and 3 other female teachers were just sitting there watching it. They weren't saying nothing. You know, they had their hands on their head like, oh, my God, what's going on? Whatever. Yep. We know police brutality is going out there for all races, for all style of people, because they've gotten kids on college campuses. You got people in AKA the hood. You got people in suburbia America, whatever. So everybody's getting beat up by the police. But when do we stop beating on these kids? Because all you're doing is making more people dislike and hate the police. It's kind of like you got 1,000 rattlesnakes coming into your house right now. 4 of them do not want to bite you. 4 of them want to protect you. Do you just let those 1,000 in, waiting for those 4 to show their face? Or do you wait for the other 96 people, 96 rattlesnakes to come and bite and attack you? Nope. I don't want no rattlesnakes around me, so I don't want no cops around me. I want nothing to do with them.
See, and that's what happens when you get your ass whooped by a cop as a kid. You want to hatchet one of them in the face.
In the face.
but maybe another solid solution. We should have all of our children. They need to have an Asian friend, because these Asian kids never get their ass beat by the cops. At least not here in America. You ever seen an Asian kid? No, the Asian kid's the one holding the phone. They're good with electronics. I know what I'm talking about. So,
you're going to hell for that one.
So, look, like, get you an Asian friend. That's what you need.
We need to. Oh my goodness! It's kind of like I tell people now. Since I had to drive through Canada to get to Alaska, every American customer service person, if you got to deal with customers on a day-to-day basis, you need to go train in Canada. It's kind of like you just said, we need to send our kids or some high-ranking freaking kid doctors to go to Asian countries to figure out how you discipline your kids to make them not come over here and fuck shit up.
Well, have you ever seen one of these Asian home videos? They beat the shit out of their kids. We're talking like bamboo sticks, like the good stuff. With bamboo.
The stuff that don't break and flexes, and my one swing is going to get you hit 3 times.
Exactly.
Yep.
See. I'm always a big fan of the fly swatter, because it hurts like hell, but it doesn't leave a bruise.
True.
Yeah. For all you future parents out there, you're welcome. You're welcome.
True. Kidney shots don't either. I mean.
All
roll
right,
up
man.
some newspaper and smack him in the kidneys.
We're getting ready to wrap this one up. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. You got anything you want to add?
You know what? I'm going to stick to my motto, my family motto, FBMM. Fuck bitches, make money.
Awesome.
Not literally fuck bitches, just make money. If you're not on our level, fuck bitches, make money.
And I'm going to leave y'all with this. If you lick her butthole, she'll do anything for you. Give a shout out to RTF Productions. Thank you guys for putting us on. Catch y'all on the flip side.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.